Ah, okay, that's an edge roll. That's a number roll.
I have pushed the start streaming button.
All right.
Woo!
Well, once again, I am Power Behind the Throne. This is going to be Red Rover. All
Streaming.
right. Let's start off with how the message you guys all got from your fixers. So your fixers all mentioned a few things that vouch you guys, but just the message was that the meet is at the Seattle Kennel Club's 2078 dog show, and that you guys are to pick up your tickets at the door. They're under the name Frau Schmidt. Nice to use somebody who is not Johnson.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, gods, we're working for SK.
No, that would be Brockhouse.
They don't always use him.
True.
They like to be sneaky.
All right.
Yeah, but it's nothing.
I heard you can't trust a German.
Yeah. All right. So let's go with how you're going to the meet, and let's go from left to right, starting with Rose, and what you're wearing. Describe your character.
So I will be. Yeah, no, I'll stick with the Yamaha Growler for now. I was really considering buying a car, but not quite. So Rose will be heading on over there. What time of day was it? Or
The meet is scheduled for about 9:30, and according to a quick matrix search, the dog show opens at 9.
okay, so I will go to a nice little soy box beforehand. Get whatever is pretentious at this time of year. Uh, I will be wearing my Argentum coat. Probably walking the last couple of blocks to wherever the show is at.
I have a location for that. Let me bring that up again. It is the. It's just south of the Arcology. I can't think of the name of the building though.
It's not that important. I'll just get a soy box
Yeah,
nearby,
not that important.
walk on
Yeah,
over,
no problem. It's that
um,
part of town.
pick up my ticket, and begin to mingle, as it were.
All right. Bookworm.
Yeah, so heading there on a Dodge Scoot because I do not have anything else. And we'll be wearing an Armante dress and try and get there about 15 minutes early.
All right. Gun Girl.
Ganga will come from downtown. She will be wearing a Berwick dress. Over it an Argentum coat. She will drive up in a Ford America. And she will park the car like a block away and then walk the rest. And she will try to be like 10 minutes early.
All right. And last but certainly not least, Ripcord.
Well, in this crew of runners, I might actually be the least. All right. Ripcord's coming out of Auburn. She has the Toyota version of the Ford AmeriCar, and she's wearing her newest black dress that she just bought for this run. And she's gonna also bring her bag of tricks and a box of soy dog treats that she bought. Also, on the way, I'm gonna look it up since my car is gonna do most of the driving anyways. What kind of a dog show is this?
This is a all around dog show. They've got the show dogs. They've got dogs doing competitions, all sorts of different things.
But they're like AKC registered, like the dog show they always do on USA every year.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not gonna be like breathing fire and murdering people.
No.
Okay.
There might be a few genetic dogs, but
Mhm.
most of them are actual dogs that have been bred.
That sounds perfect, and I'm gonna head down there about 20 minutes early.
I
and
mean,
go become Jungfrau.
there aren't people who wanted to show off their thoroughbred hellhounds.
That's a completely different dog show, which I might make a run for that now.
You're welcome.
That's what I thought was going on. I was like, all right, hellhounds.
For the record, can I get everybody to post in the chat which sin they are currently broadcasting for this? Rating as well. All right. So when all of you pick up your tickets, the concierge there.
Figure this is more convenient so you don't have to scroll up.
That would be good too. I'm making notes of it as well.
Do you need our where it belongs to, like what country or whatever?
No, just the rating and name will do for now.
Okay, because it's a court.
All right. So when you pick up your tickets from the front counter, the person there, they tell you that the message left along with the ticket tells you a location. It's a set of seats behind the judges' tables, and that, as you were told earlier, you're to meet the rest of your party there at 9:30.
Okay. Okay. I want to have a quick look around.
All right. Anything particular? Just general.
Just general, just looking around, looking if anything is off, security, escape routes for cases of cases. You know, just if I
Well,
need them to
when
have.
you go through the security check, they actually give you a nice little pamphlet with the floor plan in it.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I thank whoever gave it to me and then make my rounds. Make like a quick round.
Yeah.
That's a big floor
What
plan.
kind of security do they have when we come in?
Is some general security at the entrance point, and when you actually get in, and it looks like there's a scanner of some kind above the doorway. And then as you get in, there are some security guards wandering around. If you look at the uniform, you can see the Lone Star Starve on them.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just go. Hold on. I've got a wrapper program. I'm gonna run over my handgun and all my generally legal crap and make them into generic things and attempt to just walk right on through.
All right. Well, you are good. All right. Yeah. So you guys have. So it's about now 5 minutes to the meet time. You guys have been. Most of you have been wandering around for a little bit.
So yeah, I'd
Mingling.
like to just take a look over this place in the astral. Just see.
All right. Find a quiet place to sit down real quick, or just
just
astral
going
perception.
to astrally astral perception.
All right.
Actual. Are there any technomancers around?
Let's see. The number of people here, there's probably at least one.
What about the dogs? Are any of the dogs technomancers?
Yes. We're going to say there was one of those. What are they called?
Techno critters?
Yeah, technocritters. There's at least one technocritter here. In fact, it is actually has its own special booth where it's being shown off.
All right. So, what other information do I get?
The general mood of the show is a combination of happy and stress.
Anything unusual that stands out?
No, not really. It's for the most part. I mean, there's not much magical presence here. It seems.
Okay. I'll go back to regular perception.
I'm gonna be in the seat where we're supposed to be hanging out, probably 5 to 10 minutes or so before the meeting time. Just kind of relaxing, enjoying my overpriced whatever it is that I brought.
Well, when you get there early, they give you a range of 5 seats, and when you get there, there is somebody sitting in the middle of those 5 seats.
Jesus. All right.
Oh wow.
I just failed my IRL composure check. All right. Yeah. No. Rose, on the other hand, will have a seat right next to her. And, begin the small pleasantries that one would have for being in such a fancy place. So fancy. And just kill the time until the actual meet.
All right, the Johnson, Fraulein Schmidt, she's sipping her tea. She's got a miniature golden retriever sitting in her purse. She makes small talk while we're waiting, compliments you on your early arrival, makes a mention of a young lady knows exactly when, a true lady knows exactly when to arrive, just like you.
Oh shit. This could be hard.
Indeed.
Makes some general talk about the show as well.
I'm also going to head over to my seat about 3 or 4 minutes before the scheduled time.
All right.
Yeah, same for Gango. She aimed for like 10 minutes, made like one quick round, look around, and then aimed for the seats because, yeah, time's money.
Yeah. When you get there, the Johnson compliments you on arriving on time as well. Arriving early, a little bit early as well. Mentions what beautiful young ladies all of you are.
All right. Did I notice anything with my matrix perception test? For instance, hidden icons and stuff like that, running silent.
With 2.
That's basically enough to pick up hidden icons in 100 foot. That's about it.
There are a couple hidden icons throughout the event.
Okay.
All sorts of different places. Some of them seem to be centered on dogs. Other ones are centered on people.
Okay. So it's not just my team that's going to be the ones doing it. That'll work. I'll go over and have a seat, and I'll climb my way up into the chair as best I can. I'm only 3'6".
It'll be
and then
fun.
I'll peer over the table.
Not actually a table. You are sitting in a row of seats.
Oh, even better.
What meta type is Ripcord?
I am a dwarf.
Oh. Oh,
Oh, I like how we have 2 claustrophobics and 3 poor
three
self
thinkers.
controls.
Runners usually have some kind of mental problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I-
I mean, Gangrel is a plethora of that, so.
yeah. I think Steam is going to end up having a roll for something soon because he's gone on 3 deep runs now and keeps signing up for the rest of them.
Take that addiction. Feed it.
As a
All
new
right.
guy, what's a deep run?
A deep run is a foundation run. It's to the bottom of the matrix.
Oh,
Have you ever seen Inception?
of course.
It is
It's
that.
kind of like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
They are
That's-
completely fun because it's all role playing and there's not as much rolling. It's
That's
just
cool.
about getting into character as much as you can. Um, but that's a topic for later. Let's
Yeah.
get this run going. So the Johnson, she's motions to a attendant who takes her cup of tea, and she's sitting petting her dog in her lap as she looks to both sides because she's got 2 of you on each side of her. I thank you for coming and joining me for this. I'm in need of some help with retrieving a new dog. You see, the owner won't sell.
Did Skype just crap?
Continue. No, I believe we all just went silent.
Okay. You
Yep.
guys heard me though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
selling
just
the
waiting
dog
for
or
her to
wouldn't
continue.
She kind of pauses there, waiting to see if any of you have a response to that.
It's
Nope.
unfortunate when fine young people don't realize a good business opportunity when it is presented to them.
Exactly. This young man just won't accept the offer. I've offered him a reasonable amount for this dog. I just want to make sure that Schultze here, as she pets her dog again, has the perfect mate.
Does the dog do anything, or is it just continue to be obnoxious in her purse?
Uh, Pretty much stays quiet.
Okay.
It looks around as often as it can, but it mainly stays still in her purse.
Okay.
So who's this young man that doesn't know what he's doing?
That would be Tamaki Kurihara. He's the owner of Yoko, the show favorite.
We're gonna have to get that one spelled out for me.
Yeah. One sec.
Okay. And I can assume you want that done quietly?
As quiet as it possibly can be done. Now, the issue is, I need you girls to get the dog before the end of the show. Today's the first day of the show. It lasts for 4 days.
Hmm. Now, I'm gonna assume that you, as shrewd business people are often wont to do, have an open offer on wonderful little Yoko. That if
Currently, you guys have you. I am willing to offer you 4 ladies, the exclusive contract to Yoko. However,
I more meant along the lines that if he could be convinced to sell Yoko.
ah, well, if you would be able to convince him instead of getting the dog for me, that would be most appreciative as well. However, I think in the long run, it would be cheaper for me if you four were to get the dog.
Of course, of course. I'm just collecting ideas
Understandable.
to the situation.
Have
Uh,
other people made him offers?
Not that I know of.
is Yoko pictured in like the any of the Matrix or other shenanigans that are on?
Yeah, she's actually Yoko is listed in the pamphlet that you got at the front door.
What kind of dog is this?
It is a miniaturized German Shepherd.
Okay, just to make sure it's not like a Irish Wolfhound or something crazy.
Sorry, not German Shepherd. Golden Retriever.
Okay.
Miniaturized Golden Retriever. So it's a purse-sized dog again.
Hmm.
And in general, how much does one of those dogs run? A non
as
champion
much
dog,
as
just
the owner
just
feels like.
a mini dog.
We're talking a purebred dog, so probably at least 5,000 new yen, if not more. For a miniaturized one, probably more.
Yeah, I mean the big breed, the purest breeds can go really up, especially if one of them won any awards.
Yeah.
It's basically double the price for them.
Yeah, 10,000, 20,000. I mean, they can go up there.
So how much is she offering us to go pick up said dog?
I am willing to pay each of you 12,000 new yen to get me Yoko. I only want the best for Schultze here.
Of course, and Schulte deserves the best, and I'm sure he gets nothing but the best. Where does Yoko live when he is not at the shows?
Well, during the show, any dog entered is required to stay within the building at all times. So for the next 4 days,
And
she lives
can you
here.
tell us something about the security?
Security here is really not anything I pay attention to. She nods to a gentleman standing about 10 feet away from you. I have private security anyway.
And which makes it safe to assume that Mr. Kurihara does as well.
Most likely. After all, the dogs here are most of us here feel that the dogs that we own are our prized possessions. What do you want to know about the goon?
Just metatype and just giving him the up and down eyeball.
Orc in a suit.
Well dressed. Do I see any actual weapon that he may have smuggled in here, or?
Nothing that you can see right away.
And I'll give him a once over on the astral, just to see, if he's ogged, if so, how much, if not, is he an adept, that sort of thing.
Mundane and less than 25% augmentation. So not much augmentation in the long run.
Okay.
What are his what kind of hardware is he carrying? Or has installed?
Let's see. He's got wires running wirelessly, and he's running a rating 5 comlink.
Well, Frau Schmidt, this is a interesting set of circumstances because we have Well, we have checked into the dog show under some identities that may be potentially, let's call it compromised, depending upon how this show goes off. Am I to assume that you would like Yoko before the end of the dog show, or do we have a day or so afterwards? After all,
As long as you get her before the show ends, I'm sure we can make arrangements away from here at a later date to for me to retrieve Yoko.
yes, yes.
So, so in addition to having her, getting her for yourself, you also want to get rid of a bit of competition.
See, Schultze here isn't entered in the competition. Not
Ah,
this time, at least. He's retired now. He's won enough, I think. But as I said, Schultze deserves only the best.
all right.
I feel like this is something we can easily do. A bit of upfront Nguyen to grease certain wheels to get some of the intricacies taken care of that we will have to deal with due to having to use some different identities than we have used today, which is going to be a small hassle, but not a hassle that we can't overcome. I do believe in the child. Who is sitting to Rose's like right, as opposed to the Johnson, which is sitting in the middle?
Gango will sit next to you.
Okay, good. She does not face you at all during any of this talking.
I knew it.
Perfect. So the initial offer of 12,000 would be very much right in about line with what this is going to take. However, the extra complication of the identities, that'll make things a little bit more pricey on our end. I'm sure you understand. Although it is wonderful to see all of these animals in their proudest moments. It is a shame that poor Yoko won't be able to get that one final crowning moment. But alas, them's the breaks. Sorry, I just didn't see it.
Yeah, neither did I.
That's why it was all shh. It was quiet.
Well, I'm sure we can come to a reasonable figure if you feel that the complications involved require a little extra. Now, along with this, I'd be willing to offer each of you a copy of my book as well, because I'm sure wonderful young ladies such as yourselves need something to read in your off time.
Trying to think on how Rose would respond to that. It would obviously be courteous and uh, flattering because that is what you do to these old ladies. So I'm gonna cheat and do it.
What's the book about?
Ah, it's about dog breeding. Here, she she lifts up Schultze, hands Schultze to whoever is on her
I am on her
left.
right.
Yeah, no, left. Who's on her left?
Me.
Uh,
Bookworm.
Bookworm. All right, so Bookworm, she hands you Schultze as she digs around in her purse for a book, and she pulls out a hard copy of a book that says "Dogs of the Sixth World: How Genetics Changed the Game."
Interesting.
Is it actually a physical book?
Yes, she actually pulls a physical book out of her purse.
Nice. That's the best. Oh, that's the best way to read them.
I'm going to do my best not to look confused at this.
She hands the book over to somebody as she takes Schultze back from book
I
room.
will trade the dog for the book.
All right.
And then just start, skimming through it. Actually, speed reading. Aha! The quality actually has come up.
Yes, it has.
So I will. Let me double check. How much edge do I actually have? I have 2. I'll spend 1. We have a couple of days.
Yeah, also, wait, before you do that, let me assist you.
Yeah,
Oh,
we could have all assisted probably.
yeah, you probably could have.
You guys have all been talking, so
Yeah, basically small talk and like Gango with the security knowledge.
No, I still haven't picked up negotiation yet.
I have 1 point in it, as well as in chemistry demolitions. They both have come
Hey.
up, they both helped.
Everyone
Of
should have
course,
1
I
point
could
just so they don't get the
default
negative.
and
And then you can roll like that.
Or like me, completely
hey,
shit.
you know what? I'll default in pre-edge.
all right. So what's that total up to?
Yeah, his ranks.
All right. So what is that? That's
5,
3,
6,
5,
7,
7, 10.
10.
But who's
Yep,
actually leading the thing?
Rose.
that's me.
Rose is
Okay.
facing.
All right. 10 successes against this little old lady.
Yep, with little old rich lady.
Little old
Who
rich
really
lady
wants that dog?
breeding dogs for in her free time.
She is a mean lady. That's fine.
Yeah. But that's 9 versus 10. So she looks at all of you. Well, I suppose I must offer a little more for the hassle for the issue for the hassles involved with this. And you all are such nice young ladies. It's it's so nice to see young ladies this day and age who actually know what it means to be a lady. There's all those girls running around just acting like tomboys and everything. It's just and so let's see. A copy of my book for each of you. How about we go to 14,000 new yen, and I'll throw in a tin of cookies for each of you.
Done.
That sounds fabulous.
It's good with me.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a good offer.
And somebody remind me at the end of the run that I need to flip a coin.
Okay. I have written it down.
All right.
So I imagine we will sit here and make small talk for a little while the dog show goes on. Does Yoko actually do whatever it is they are doing while we're here?
All right. Actually, after the after you guys accept her offer, the Johnson turns to each of you. She offers her hand. Thanks you for this, and then says, "Unfortunately, I must be going. I've got other things to do, society meetings and all that. I
Of
do
course.
hope you enjoy the show. Your tickets will be good for all 4 days. And on a note, from what I understand, they don't bother to check what sin goes with what ticket. So the tickets are good for any sin, from what I understand. Now, enjoy the show, and
Uh,
good luck getting Miyoko.
Quick question.
Yes.
Um, if I were to slip a if I managed to slip a stealth tag onto Yoko during the show, do you know if they do anything that with the dogs that might reveal the presence of the tag?
Most likely not. I mean, most of us owners, we keep tags on our dogs as well. So if they did something to stop people like you from putting tags on, how could us owners keep track of our dogs?
Great, thank you.
No problem. Enjoy the show, ladies. And at that point, she motions to her bodyguard to help her stand up, and then makes her way away from you guys and into the crowds of the show.
Is there a words forgotten? Schedule
Record.
of the order in which the dogs are going to be uh, doing whatever it is they're going to be doing.
Yes, there is. Yoko is scheduled to be shown at about noon.
And what time is it right now?
It would be about 10 o'clock now. The meeting didn't last long, about 30 minutes at most.
All right. So here's what I was thinking of for us to do to keep track of Yoko. While she's out on the floor, I'm going to cast invisibility, improved invisibility on a stealth tag, and then use either magic fingers or levitate to just send it out across over to her and stick it onto her collar.
That could definitely work.
Any objections to this?
Sounds good to me.
No.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So while we're waiting for Yoko to show up, I'm going to again sense the crowd periodically to see if I spot anyone else using astral perception. And yeah, I'll roll etiquette to not make this obvious. Yeah, I'll edge that etiquette. Might as well make it this kind of post edge since, oh, damn it.
Ouch.
Yeah.
However, you notice as you're doing your perception, as you're looking around the, trying to see if anybody else is actually perceiving, it seems like they're ignoring the four of you for the most part, as if uh, all the attention around you is elsewhere. And as you guys look around, Rose notices this first as she tries to mingle. Most of the attention is at the judge's table that's about 5 feet in front of you guys. So they're all pretty much ignoring you because of that.
All right, and I managed to keep myself on task. So, do I notice anyone or anything? Anyone going dual natured or perhaps spirits popping up?
You don't notice any spirits, but every so often it seems like there's at least one person um, who's looking at the dogs astrally.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So, just one specific person every time?
No, like one or two. Um, looks like a couple magicians are here for the show, and they're doing pretty much what you're doing, looking at the dogs astrally, seeing if any of them are interesting astrally or anything.
Yes, a purchase paid off. Uh, Nothing specific, but it paid off for me
Okay, I
at
wasn't
least
sure that.
twice.
So,
So that's out of character.
while I'm mingling, is there anybody of interest that I meet? Or is Skype falling apart?
No, we're good.
Okay.
There are a few people. One of the people who talked to, who's actually sitting near a little bit away from you all, introduces himself as Mike. The sorry, I'm probably gonna mess this name up, which is gonna suck. Um, Matto Walker.
Can you spell that
He
for
just
me?
yeah, Mato, and then
Walker.
last name Walker.
Hmm.
He's an older gentleman. He introduces himself as a retired dog trainer. Uh, but then after he says retired, he says, well, mostly retired from my original training job. I now work privately.
I will be very interested in his comcode number in the realm of potentially acquiring a dog for myself or this kind of thing, and it would be nice to talk to a professional, even if it is not actually a professional, a retired professional. But you never. They say you work a job you love, and you will. Rob
Oh,
totally botched that
oh,
saying, but
yep,
you knew where I was heading.
yeah. He's just like, oh yeah, when you work a job you love. I mean, the dog I train now, she's a wonder. Her name's Yoko. She's the show favorite here, actually.
Oh, really? That is most prestigious of you.
Yeah, she's a wonder. I swear though, it seems like she just popped up out of nowhere with her owner just popped her up out of nowhere, like she was just born fully grown.
Well, that is certainly an oddity. Is she a smart dog?
Oh, definitely, she's a wonder. She's just so easy to train.
So I'm gonna talk with this guy specifically for a little while.
Yep.
Oh god, I see where this is heading.
Where do you think she's heading?
Yoko's a shifter.
Oh God.
That would be entertaining.
I, of course, only get one hit on that etiquette test. So I rolled a social hierarchy roll.
All
Um,
right.
I am scanning around the crowd. I am looking for effectively the pimply face nerd of the employees. I'm looking for the most easily socially manipulated person that I can find.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a there's one there's a cannot think of the word for this position now.
Custodial engineer?
No.
Describe it
Bottom.
so we
Usher.
can help you.
There's an usher
Oh.
for the seats.
Excellent.
Also is there to, go run and get food and drinks for the very rich people here who just don't treat people like him right.
Oh, no. So I will approach him asking for directions to something that is incredibly obvious around here, like the bathrooms, or basically just some reason to begin talking to him.
All right.
As I roll a bunch of dice. Idea to maybe being after I get that information from him to run off to the bathroom or the concession stand, whatever it is that we kind of go with, to come back and thank him and maybe flirt a little.
All right. He'll point you in the direction of the I don't know. We'll say the general showing booth for the athletic dogs or something. Where you asked him, which has a
Sure.
giant sign above it.
Yeah, no, we'll do that, and then I will hang out there for a little while, and then come back over to him a couple of minutes later, asking for something else that's incredibly obvious, and probably throwing a fake blush or two at him, and thanking him for being so incredibly helpful. And then if somebody else wants to do things, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
Mm. Yeah, I want to take a look at Yoko.
All right. Well, when you go looking for Yoko, Yoko is. You find that Yoko is currently in the back rooms right now. In the owners and personnel room, giant room in the back. So, if you look, do I need to link you guys to the map again?
No, I still have it open.
All right. So it's the room room in the back with all the little tables. It looks like.
You mean the blue and red ones?
No, that's actually the parking lot.
Oh.
Other back? Or...
Yeah, it's in the top right corner. It says trailer. It's like the giant back room, the top half of the map, essentially.
Oh, okay.
So Yoko's probably back there somewhere. It's cordoned off as saying employees and personnel only, or personnel and owners only.
Okay.
I'm gonna flag the trainer guy in AR and mention for nobody to talk to him. He's already seen my face, and he might be into getting the dog. As such, I don't want to give him anybody else's face.
Understand?
Mm-hmm.
What's that for? Record?
And never mind, I was going to do a matrix search on the new Mateo Walker guy, but apparently I can't roll 3 successes.
There's so many puppies.
I'm liking
Just overriding my simple brain.
Plan Cube right now. Just because I want to see what happens when a dog is loose in the show.
All right. Well, since I can't find anything on this guy, what about his owner?
The owner of
the dog. Yes.
All right, so I already told you it was Tamaki Kurihara.
Right.
You can find his job easily. He's listed, or because his sin's listed as a Omnitech sin. He's listed as a mid-level researcher in a Universal Omnitech Genetics Lab. He's 36 years old.
Probably cloned.
Is everything cloned here? All right. Um,
Pay no attention to the man rolling dice.
yeah, just I was like, is this all of your skills?
Yeah.
All of the knowledge skills.
Anything specifically you're looking for with all of these?
Let me finish rolling through rolling stuff. We'll see what happens.
All
We'll see what
right.
I come with.
Oh, hang on. I have one contact I want to roll to so bad. Don't know if she knows something about it, but hey, maybe.
And what did you want to ask the horrible mutant changeling?
If she knows Tamari Kurahara, like, because maybe, hey, you know people, who do your business.
Genetic stuff specifically.
Yeah, genetics. What does he focus in? What kind of person is he? If she knows.
Oh, yeah, she's the gene tech dealer.
Yeah.
I was like, I had to look that one up. I'm like, I know that name, just can't remember what they
Yeah, it's the
do.
gene tech.
Yeah. Yeah, with 5 successes, she might she hasn't heard of him specifically, but she recognizes the lab he works at. And their whole thing is animal genetics.
Yep.
Okay. So it's very, very, very probable that Yoko is just an engineered mini golden retriever, genetically engineered to be completely perfect.
Prototype trans canine.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Prototype
That's
trans canine. That's an
that's a
quotes
quote.
for the win.
All right, let's start moving through these guys here.
Yeah, so about half an hour before Yoko is going to go on the floor, I head out to the bathroom and do this.
All right, Force 3, Spirit of it.
So for the storyteller, do you know my character's background?
Ripcorn. Let me
Yeah.
see what I
What my
got.
job used to be? Because I can't get the tell or whisper thing to type out properly for some reason.
It's backsplash or
Slash.
slash GM.
Just GM. 'Cause I tried that, it didn't work.
No, it's /W space GM.
W space GM.
There it goes. That
And you
worked.
whisper the GM.
Yep. Went to yeah. Yeah, I see what she used to do. All right. Rob, all those
That one
rolls.
went through.
Yeah. So as I've been walking around, continuing to visit that one usher guy to ask for various directions and other seemingly random things. Uh, Compared to my 4 hits on security procedures, is there anything I noticed that is unusual?
No, unusual. No, I mean, with that, and looking around the whole time, you can guess the security plan for the moment. In fact, you can tell most of it because there's at least, besides the 5 officers you guys originally saw coming in at the ticket check, there looks to be another 5 over at the kennel area, at the entrances to that. And then there appear to be about 10 wandering the event in general.
Um, are they private or are they Knight Errant or Lone Star or something along those lines?
They are Lone Star affiliated.
Wonderful. So I scroll back here and add another dice to the pile.
Uh,
All right. Ripcord, you do not recognize any of them.
fantastic. Then I'm gonna go mingle in the crowd and see if anybody else is like cares about this dog or if it's just this one lady.
Cares about it how? Is just interested in it or wants
Like-
to buy it?
If people are just like interested in it in general, like if this is as hot as she thinks it is.
Oh, Yoko is actually the talk of the show right now.
Okay.
Might not be the main topic of conversation in general, but it is definitely up there in like the top 5.
All right.
All right, so security procedures. You've spotted most. You spotted who's there.
With
Sounds
health
like-
and safety regulations, do I notice anything out of code or unusual?
No, it actually all seems to be pretty much on board. There might be a few, trainers doing some stuff that might not be right, but it's not anything that anybody related to the event could get hit on.
Right, but it's something that a couple of trainers are doing.
Yeah. Your new friend Matto does not appear to be one of those trainers, though.
That's fine. As I'm roaming about listening, do I pick up any interesting rumors from the crowd?
There's the one that, like Matto said, about the Yoko just seeming to pop up out of nowhere. Because
Right.
most dogs at a show like this, they've at least been mentioned before as when they were puppies, but Yoko just popped up seemingly out of nowhere, and was already a fully grown dog, pretty much fully grown dog.
What about her owner?
Any rumors about him?
Yeah.
No, there's nothing really about him. Just the fact that everybody's wondering where he got Yoko. There's a few rumors about they've heard that he does something with genetics, so some people have thought, well, maybe did he create the dog?
Is that something that gets him thrown out of the
It could
competition?
possibly, but it's pretty much an unwritten rule. It's not actually anywhere in the rules that you can see.
Ooh.
It's just one of those things, that the rules of the event haven't caught up with the advances in technology.
Interesting.
You gotta love loopholes like that.
Um,
As
Yeah.
well as stuffy old groups that are resistant to change.
Yep. They refuse to admit that the technology exists, therefore they don't need to update the rules for it.
So between L&D Puckett, my paralegal contact, and my knowledge of law, is there anything in the works about a cloning genetic engineering kind of thing?
Um, there's a few rules. There's a few general things about whether or not a clone dog is considered a creature. Essentially, it's the same thing along the lines of wimps. You know, are cloned creatures the same a
Mm,
real creature? Are they not something like wimps are? Seeing as wimps aren't considered real humans, uh, even though clone creatures have more control than wimps do, they're actually have a brain.
Ripcord. Word of advice. It'll be a lot easier if you just post your deck configuration on the board here.
That sounds good. I can do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, before I do that, I'm going to make a matrix perception check if y'all are kind of at a pause and see what kind of a security system they have sitting around here,
All right.
like what the host is. So
With
that's my
that,
limit.
I will tell you there is not a host.
All right. So is it just everything's kind of out? What's it running on? Like the cameras,
The cameras
fire
are.
alarms, stuff like that.
You
Doors.
actually can't see the cameras. You can physically see them, but you
Okay.
cannot see them on the matrix.
All right.
oh.
What about the
But there is a
like security and
rating
fire
5 cyber
alarm?
terminal in a booth in like a room off to the side,
Okay.
which has a arrow outside of it that says authorized personnel only.
Yeah, I assumed as much. um, okay. So is their whole system basically offline and built into this thing? Is that what it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to build my deck down there.
All right. So we did Rumor Mill and Ellen Puckett. What do you want to ink about, Rob?
Let's just see if she has heard anything about this crazy event that I just drove by.
What great? Just what the?
This dog show? I didn't think they
Oh,
did those anymore.
yeah. It's the big thing among the well-to-do. Just showing off their pets, showing how they can afford to keep a pet. I, I sell almost as many pictures of dogs as I do anything else nowadays.
It's kind of crazy. Do you know anything about any of the people who are who participate?
Oh, I think I have a few clients among the people there. Let's see. I think Sally Reese attends when it's in town, or when we have it in town.
Sorry, can you run that name by me one more time?
Sally Reese,
R-E...
Reese.
Who is she?
Oh, what is it she does? She's a. I don't think she actually does anything. I think it's all inherited again. It's all inherited. Um, she buys lots of paintings of dogs from me. Just anytime I can find a painting of a dog, I know I can sell it to her if nobody else.
Is she here at the show, or...
Most likely, she tends to call me asking if I have any paintings afterwards.
Sorry, that was more of a... Is that something I've noticed as I go around?
Oh, yeah, she's at the show.
Okay. Um, we'll skip over Vera for a moment. We'll come back to her if we need an Armenian rug dealer.
So
You laugh. You laugh.
You never know what contacts you want.
Right?
So if no one is going to do anything before the before Yoko comes on, then I think it's my turn.
Yeah, we'll move on to you doing what you want to do with Yoko here.
Yeah.
As 12 o'clock hits, Yoko
Yeah.
is pulled out or comes out center stage to do her routine and everything.
Okay. So for what row are we our seats in? Like, are we close to the front by any chance?
It is essentially the first row, and you guys are about 10 feet behind the judges' table, which is right at the edge of the show area.
All right. So how far away is Yoko?
Yoko is going to be about 20 feet from you. 10 from the judges, 20 from you. That sounds about right.
All right. So yeah, no problem. So first thing I'm going to do is order order my the spirit of air I had just summoned and my bound spirit of water to start to basically go right outside the building in the astral and start having a mock fight between each other and have it spill over inside the building above the show area.
Oh, God.
Just a mock fight on the astral. None of the mundanes will see it. Only people who are astrally perceiving.
Yeah, all right.
And with that distraction in place, I will cast Improved Invisibility on a stealth tag. And then Magic Fingers. Nice. Okay. And then slip the stealth tag onto Yoko.
All right.
So
Yeah,
I
what was that? Force test on your magic fingers?
yeah, so that's agility 4, so that'd be palming. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pre-edge this.
Well, not as fast as most people, but
But she's a super genetically modified tiny dog.
oh yeah, agility 7.
Very super.
So yeah, I'm just gonna stick it right on her collar.
Get it there.
All right, and with that done, I tell the spirits that they can stop fighting, but make basically order the spirit of air to basically run like flee flee the area. So go outside, and once the bound
Yeah,
spirit of water follows him, the spirit of air is just free to return to the astral.
well, when you look back to your spirits, they're kind of being pushed out the building by a different spirit.
All right. Well, then I tell the so then I'll just tell my spirits to return to their home metaplane or whatever, and then stop sustaining the spells and scrub my astral signature.
All right. All right. All right. So you've got a stealth tag on the dog now. All right. Who's up next?
I believe Gangle and Rose looked at the doggy.
All right. Gun Girl's looking at the doggy.
I,
Specifically Yoko or just the dogs in general?
Yoko.
Specifically the dog. And
All right.
the dog we are trying to steal.
All right. What are you guys looking for at looking at her about? Looking about her.
Signs for human intelligence.
She definitely looks intelligent, but not human level.
Plus, wouldn't she show up on the astral if she was a shifter?
Yes, she would.
Oh yeah, right.
And
Well, they're not
There's
dual
all she
natured,
won.
but they would appear as awakened.
yeah, and because you had to do astral perception to do your magic tricks. You didn't see her as awakened.
At least something.
Anything else you want to know about Yoko?
Uh, Physical condition. Let's go with that.
She's in good
How
health.
good health. Okay.
Uh, Definitely, a very yeah, she's in good health. An energetic little dog, quiet though, but that kind of fits with most of the other dogs here. Almost none of them bark. In fact, you've probably heard maybe 2 or 3 barks the whole time you've been here at the show now.
Okay. Um. And she listens to orders given, like without question.
Pretty much. It seems to be a standard routine, so she's probably been trained to follow this routine a lot.
Okay.
All right. Rob, you want to call up Officer Drebin?
Yeah.
All right.
Looking for any information he has on the people that are doing the Lone Star security at this place.
He well, I could probably get you something, but I'm not sure I want to be I'm not sure I want to be asking that if you're at the dog show right now.
As a heads up, he is my fixer slash pseudo parole officer.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. Just to make sure that you are aware, he is way in the crime and is corrupt as shit. Well, here's the thing. I'm looking for a potential in to this place. Haha! We're back. Sort of. Are we back?
Yeah.
Uh, we
I'll
never
show
left.
you. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
so
show
it was
you
just
later.
me.
I guess
No,
that's
everyone just went silent for a moment.
Okay.
yeah. That
Yep.
happens. So, VARGAS.
Barghasts?
That Bargus would be in the Paracrypt dog show.
So, kind of asking Officer Drebin if there is somebody here that he is using the criminal colloquialism of friends with that could help out, or somebody who's here that he would prefer that I, you know, make life more difficult for.
Well, Vargas is in for a promotion right now, but I mean, I've got a friend. I've got a friend who's willing to give me a little bit of an up, but he's not in for the promotion. So you can see the dilemma right there.
That's a terrible dilemma. I
Yeah.
couldn't.
Other than that, I don't think I know anybody who's at this show right now.
Okay.
It looks like Vargas has a lot of the newbies on this job.
I would hate for something unfortunate to happen and him to look the fool.
Of course, that would just be terrible for something to happen.
And then she will exit the conversation. However, like I always kind of played it out as they don't exactly have the best of relationship of him kind of lording it over her. That he's like, I know you do criminal stuff. I could bust you at any moment, but I'm not gonna because I get money out of it. But I could.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a hate
Love-hate, yes.
relationship. No,
Yeah, I
no
understand.
love, all hate. Um, what time does the show actually end?
All right, so the show will last from. All right, so the show opens at 9 in the morning
Hmm.
and closes at 6,
Okay,
and that's for the general public.
that's fine. At some point before I go to leave, and we're all gonna leave at different times because we're professional criminals. Um, I will stop by that usher again and look super coyly embarrassed and give him the, I don't usually do this kind of thing, but, and then give him a number to one of my burner com links.
All right, that will be. He's yeah. This guy is like barely into college. He's just really shy about the fact that you just gave him his com code, or you gave him your com code.
Yep.
Um, and just standing there red faced as well. Uh, and he'll give you his com code as well.
I'll be super excited and scamper off into the crowd. Probably leaving the actual show somewhere around 1:30 or so in the afternoon, just to put a time on it.
Hmm.
Yeah, we can find some place nearby if anybody has a preference.
No preferences, just
Which
anywhere
zone are
would
we
be
in?
fine.
Which borough or whatever you call it are we in?
District.
This is downtown.
Oh. All right. Let me have a look at the downtown book.
It is just to the south of the arcology that you guys are.
What arcology?
The egg.
The giant pyramid no one goes into.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Runnerhub.
The Fortress of Doom.
I don't actually know where that is on the map.
Most of the time it's a giant square.
Okay, I'm looking at the map that's linked to on Runnerhub.
Let me see which one that is.
Here, I'll just.
According to the guidebook, we can go to Bosco's.
It's Google Maps with a bunch of dots for places.
Yeah, there's just to the east of where it says Elliott Bay, it says arcology.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, and it's like that's gray square right where where it says arcology is the whole arcology.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just to the south of it, where that triangle that says Halloweeners is, that's just about where you guys are.
Okay.
You guys are a little to the east of that.
So, as we have been going for about an hour, can we take 5 to potty and drinks and
let's go
stuff?
ahead and take let's say 10 minutes, unless everybody comes back before then.
All right.
Sure.
Take a little break, get some water, use the bathroom, whatever we gotta do.
Awesome.
I'm good to double check my notes about everything.
That's good. I hope to completely avoid and validate every single aspect of your notes.
Oh, go for it. The main thing, half of my notes are just names for characters.
You need a link, sir. You need this link.
The fake name generator?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got all of the names from.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say just keep that open and click it.
No, yeah, I was just clicking it ahead of time. That way I didn't have to, click it when I needed it. I could just pick one of these names.
Gotcha.
Because that seems to be my big issue of you guys ask for something and I'm like, give me a minute. And then I go spend I spend a minute or two thinking of finding the name or job or something.
Right.
So we're looking at 30 or 35?
Let's go for 35.
All right.
So just to do a quick thing for the Twitch people, I know there's a couple people who came in a little late. We have been hired to steal a show dog that has recently shown up on the scene somewhat randomly. Its owner is a Omnitech geneticist. So probably not a shifter, probably a clone slash genetically engineered dog. At the moment, I have a couple of plans rolling around in my head. I'll be curious to see where they go. However, couldn't imagine it going horribly wrong for anybody, right? Oh, and Rose and Gun Girl have some history. That'll be fun to get into.
Yeah. Be right back.
If those of you that popped in late on Twitch have questions, I will be more than happy to answer them. And those of you who actually follow me for some crazy reason I have yet to completely understand, I did post the rigger stuff to my YouTube channel, and that is up there if you wish to peruse it. I will potentially be doing another something like that this weekend, or Games for GMs 2 on Sunday. Now that I actually think about it, it's going to be super awkward when this is uploaded to YouTube later, and then Sunday is not Sunday anymore.